So I know what some of you might be thinking right now with this video. Before that, please make sure to leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, and recommend to your whatevers, and make sure to hit that little bell notification in case I ever make any follow-up videos. And do support this channel because I am brutally honest when it comes to topics of gaming and other so said, things and stuff. But let's get back to the, to the thing. So I was right on my last video. It was gonna suck, and not only did the game suck, but there's a whole bunch of different things happening behind Mortal Kombat 11. And according to GameIndustry.biz, Mortal Kombat 2 sales have gone down 43.6%. 42.6%. No, 43.6%. And it's funny because this is actually something that you can go ahead and look up if you don't believe me. GameIndustry.biz. Okay? And it's hilarious that the Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment president, whose name is David Haddad, I don't give a shit if I pronounce his name right, he actually quoted in saying, best-selling launch of any game series, which I quite honestly think that was the most ridiculous thing that dumbass could have said, because we're actually seeing the results, and like I said in my last video, the numbers speak for themselves. And all I have to say is great job on part of everybody who've noticed the bullshit social justice crap that's been going around behind the game. And it's like they say, get woke, go broke. It's true. They're going broke because they keep making the same mistakes over and over again, and they have no one to blame but themselves. And people aren't just gonna buy a game just because they say we have to, and if we don't, we're gonna get criticized negatively over it. Now, not just the fact that the forced social justice, identity politics, feminist ideology, all this other crap that's been infused in Mortal Kombat 11. There's a whole bunch of other issues that are affecting the game sales, and it also has to do with a copyright spree. Okay, there's a copyright spree against any YouTuber that uploads any footage from Mortal Kombat 11. Now, if that's not censorship or some sort of dictatorship through video games, I don't know what is. But ultimately, I'm glad that everybody's paying attention, that everybody's actually noticing what's going on, that it's all wrong, that they're screwing up the industry. I don't know what it is exactly that's going through their heads. I think we can change the world one game at a time. Yeah, you can change your own world in the sense that you're just screwing up, that you're not giving people what they want, and one of the things that we don't want is for you to be infusing video games with the bullshit that we're seeing every day anyways. The very same reason why this country's split in half. Fuck the rest of the world. I don't care about the rest of the world. I'm sorry for a lot of people that might find this offensive, but it's the US first before anybody else, okay? When it happens here, it happens around the world, and if it happens here, it's going to affect the rest of the world. So, the copyright spree is unfair, it's uncalled for, it's almost Nazi-like, nature, if you think about it, that you can't upload something, even despite the fact that you paid for it. It is your property, okay? It is your property. Most companies have embargoes in place for big AAA releases, but what difference does that make? Why should they reserve the right to just tell you if you can or cannot upload, videos from said video game? And they're going to be using a lot of excuses like, we don't want you to spoil it for us. We don't want you to spoil it for everybody else. No. That's different, okay? That's if it's a product that comes for all platforms, what does it matter? Now, if it was like maybe launched on one platform, like one console or one system first, and the other ones didn't get released until afterwards, and yeah, I wouldn't say anything about that. That's like pretty much like the whole Marvel Endgame situation, where even the Russo brothers got involved in asking everybody that if if and when they see the movie, do not spoil the ending, do not spoil the story or anything like that. And I can understand that, because not everybody's gonna go out there and, you know, and see the movie. But it's getting to that point where now people who are streamers or even content creators, and I'm actually defending everybody on this one, despite the fact that I'm not even that well recognized, or, you know, practically nobody gives a shit about my tiny little channel. But it's gotten to that point where now you have to fear for your channel getting flagged down or reported by so said AAA developers, because they don't want you streaming it, or they don't want you, you know, putting up any videos about it. So, with that in mind, I just like to say this is yet another victory for the gaming community, the real gaming community, and not a whole bunch of leftist, feminist, soy boy followers. This is exactly what happens when you fuck with our games by infusing it with political BS. So, you know, on behalf of myself, I'd only like to say thank goodness that this is happening. I'm glad that Warner Brothers is losing revenue over this bullshit, that they themselves should have probably protested the decisions made at NetherRealm, unless they were the ones behind it. And if they were the ones behind it, it seems to me like Warner Brothers probably won't even last either. Let's just, I mean, just think about it. Even DC movies aren't even selling that well. But, you know, I don't have anything else to say other than that. And this is one person who is never going to play MK11, like I said before, despite the fact that it looked very, very tempting with the whole being able to customize your character's looks and everything. But with all this social justice, political infused BS, I don't need it. Like, I don't need Battlefield 5 and any other game that deals with that BS. So, you know, this was a pretty short video. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are like, oh yeah, well, you know, your videos usually go like for a half an hour and shit. You keep rambling. I like to ramble. That's who I am, you know. This is not a scripted channel. I don't do scripts because it takes forever, and no, I'm not good at creating scripts unless, you know, something serious. But this isn't that serious. It's like I said, it's a little drip, it's a little leak, and we gotta do our best to keep that leak from turning into anything else like a flood or something. But to everybody who turned down the totalitarianism of the game industries, I only have to say, bravo, everyone. Bravo, who contributed to the 43.6% in lost revenue to Mortal Kombat 11. May this be a lesson to all those morons out there, including Warner Brothers, that they should just leave games the fuck alone. And just make a game. Let us enjoy the game. Don't infuse it with your BS. So, with that in mind, like I said, I'd like to hear what you have to say about the whole lost revenue to Mortal Kombat 11. Did you enjoy the game? If you did, can you please tell me why you enjoyed the game? Try to convince me on why the game is still pretty good to play. Hopefully this also teaches the developers. Maybe there will be some sort of update in the future where they remove all this crap and they make Mortal Kombat great again. Yeah, I said it. Make Mortal Kombat great again by putting it the way it was and the way it started. No political bullshit, no agendas, nothing. Just make Mortal Kombat for what it is, okay? So, thank you for watching, and this has been your friendly friend Andy Gamer Chanel signing off, my friends.